27-yard line.
Packers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Escaping the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
Let's get off the field. 58's the mic. Go 58's the mic. Bring it. Bring it. 58's the mic.
Here we go, 47.
Keep it up, defense.
Hey, 47. 26.
Prescott from the gun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And some dangerous territory. Already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah,
and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing, Prescott, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He's going to let this go deep for Jim. He's got him in, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
From the 17, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. To throw is Wilson. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Derek Barnett drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And now that'll kick out of bounds, and this is going to be spotted back at their own 30. Oh, man. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Looking to throw. Prescott. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Malik Collins, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
To try again after the sack. Prescott forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Here we go, 47. 26.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
2nd and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Packers. A.J. Green, 73 yards. And the Packers get a score closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
14. Gun.
They go to Johnson again. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. His defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. With it is Jackson. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10.
At their own 36-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. going to have the hook up to QT. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Got an open man, it's QT. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And now the throw hauled in by Green. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Prescott now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Elliott. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
At the 20-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Again, it's Elliott. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It's now 3rd and 8.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Hey, kill.
Check.
To throw is Prescott. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And thee coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
From the 41, Wilson. And this would complete to Will Fuller. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 45-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
One quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas.
Out there now, the lefty Tavecchio for the Falcon field goal. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settled for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Prescott. Finding Green complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. Well, down 2 scores in the 4th quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's got his man. This is Tate. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Aguilar has it. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Johnson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Again, it's Johnson. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. The Packers on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He sets to fire deep. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Deron Harmon, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it. But the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Call it a loss of 8 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first.
I think it's pretty easy to say this is a ginormous 3rd down opportunity here for the defense, and I'm just going to tell you, Brandon, from my experiences, what you're saying in the huddle to each other is all the right things. Read your keys, do your job, but the biggest one, you don't have to do more. Just do what you can do, and you can make this play.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here's Jackson to return. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Kill.
Watch twist.
Here go 46. 26.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Prescott. Green brings it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. First down, Prescott. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 24, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Really a great season. Not